Welcome back, friends. Here's a chance to learn something about an ailment a lot of men really don't want to talk about. Hypogonadism. This simply means low testosterone. Austin's own Dr. Parviz Kavoussi is promoting a new reference book that shows testosterone is much more than a sex hormone. It's got the title of Clinical Urologic Endocrinology.
Yes. So
it's a reference book for doctors, in a sense.
It is. It's primarily a resource for healthcare providers to use. It's any physician that's caring for men, really, in any age group, it would be useful for. So the idea is that there has not previously been one pithy reference resource that we could turn to that tells you everything that you need to know about the optimal way to take care of men suffering from low testosterone and other issues in their hormonal axis.
And you told me this is very much a readable book too, so I mean, why is testosterone so important to men, especially as we age?
That's a great question, and you know, guys have not done as good of a job taking care of themselves overall, and we've been a little behind the research on a hormonal standpoint when we look at comparing to women. So within the last 20 years, we've really started to learn how important testosterone is for men and how prevalent it is. So there's 13 million men in the United States that are diagnosed with it every year. We start losing testosterone as early as the age of 35, and that level just declines as we age.
Yeah, that is sobering, you know.
I mean, absolutely
And what is it, 1 or 2% a year after age 35?
Absolutely.
And so not just libido, but we're talking mood, motivation, sleep, reflexes, physical kind of vigor.
Absolutely.
All these things tend to...
Energy level, guys are fatiguing faster. Drive goes down, ability to maintain muscle mass and put on muscle mass, ability to burn fat mass, concentration and focus. It's affecting a lot of guys at work. And a lot of time, guys just don't know that this is happening. They think, oh, this is just part of aging.
Right.
Truth is, it's typically a hormonal deficiency, and when we correct it, and we have to do it in an individualized way that's best for each individual, we can really improve the quality of life of these men.
And that's, you know, my next question, obviously. Doctors are going to hopefully get your book. That's your intent, obviously.
Yes.
And they'll be looking at this, and they'll have the tools to say, look, okay, Joe or Bob, you know, we can fix this.
Absolutely.
Can they?
Absolutely. And there are subtleties that are important, and that's a lot of why I wanted to put this together, to have this one resource that gives you all the information that you need as a provider of healthcare for men. For example, young guys that want to maintain fertility, you don't want to put them on direct testosterone replacement. It'll make them infertile, and it can potentially have long-term effects. Okay. So there are different ways of treating guys depending on each individual, and that's why it's really important to have a full understanding for our providers that are caring for these men.
So out of 100 guys out there at the gym, how many would have maybe a low testosterone, do you think?
So it's really age stratification. That's a hard question to answer just based on 100 guys. But we know that by the time that we're in our 50s, 30% of us have low testosterone. Okay. By the time we're in our 60s, 60% of us do. So it's an awful lot of guys. And I'm seeing more younger guys, even in the late teens, early 20s sometimes, with low testosterone now.
And there's really no, is it genetic? Is it just kind of the way we're built?
There's likely genetic predisposition, but it's also based on how high your testosterone peaks at the time of puberty. And then when you get into that third decade of life, we are going to all start losing testosterone, but it really depends on where you peak as to whether you ever drop into a level that's going to be low for you or not.
Kind of luck of the draw.
Absolutely.
Can we help it with diet and exercise?
You absolutely can, and the reason that's important is the leaner a guy is, the less fat cells he has, the more testosterone he keeps as testosterone. We turn testosterone into estrogen in fat cells. So the leaner we are, we keep more of our testosterone as testosterone. It won't make a guy make more testosterone, but they'll maintain more of it. It's
fantastic and fascinating information. Just a good eyeball on this today. Anyway, Dr. Parviz Kavoussi, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. It's called Clinical Urologic Endocrinology.
Thank you for having me.
I don't want to have to say that too many times.
No, I agree.
But this is a good resource for people. Thanks for coming in, and appreciate you telling us about it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, good stuff.